This podcast contains discussions of mature themes, including violence, which may not be suitable for all audiences. Please proceed with caution. Listener discretion is advised.
It's exactly 12 minutes after midnight, and this is Stevie Wayne, your nightlight, around until about 1 o'clock. I'm high tonight in the KAB Lighthouse on Spivey Point, and in case you've forgotten, it's April 21st, and a happy birthday for Antonio Bay. Now there's a celebration planned for tonight. So if you're so excited about it you can't sleep, well, stay up with me, and I'll figure out some way to keep you occupied.
My son is trapped. 887 White Beach Lane. Someone get to 887 White Beach Lane.
Welcome everybody to this special Dealer's Choice episode of Dark Talk. As ever, I'm your host Dan, and I'm joined by my bros, Paul and James. Guys, how are things?
Very well, thank you.
Good. Thank you very much.
Paul, that was a very early days Dark Talk greeting, that was. All right?
I'm very tired today. I've been sledging all day.
All day.
I drove up to a mountain and just spent the day flying down it on a sledge and on a... It was more like one of those surfy, fucking floaty board things.
Yeah, so a sledge then.
No, it's one for the sea. You know, like a floaty one. So
Oh, like a paddleboard sort of thing.
Yeah. I was
Yeah,
going
yeah.
on that, like standing up, and I nailed a shove on it as well. So that was
nice.
I threw lots of snowballs at people. Had to drive through the crazy snow, and it was so I'm really fucking tired today.
It's this
God,
idea
I
of
would-
you going down the hill on a sledge and just launching snowballs for people. Be like, you know that bit in Liar Liar? He's like, what the hell was that? It looked like a shoe.
I would hate to be around you when there's snow, because when you said you were going down the hill in one of those things from the sea, I was like, what, the bit of wood from Titanic that Jack's on? So what have you been up to other than sledging? Anything cool? Seen anything? Done anything?
I've been the last time we spoke, I was watching Ideal. I've obviously finished that by now because that was about a month ago, wasn't it? Fucking dead good program. I started a new show called Common Side Effects. It's an animated TV show about this man who finds a mushroom in Peru that can cure death and illness and all sorts. And it's like the government don't want him to have it, obviously, because then Big Pharma and the government, they want people to be paying for, treatments and all sorts. And,
So it's a documentary then?
Yeah. But it's animated. The animation's really cool, and it's quite up my street actually. So I'm about halfway through that at the moment. And I did watch loads of shitty Christmas films. I watched about another 5 after we spoke. One big mention was called what was it called? Time for Christmas or something like that? No, I don't know. Shit. But it was about this man who travels forward 120 years in time because he's an inventor, and he ended up in like 2019 or whatever, and he fell in love with a woman there, and he just wanted to go back in time. It was shite. It was great. And my missus really liked the main guy in it, so we ended up watching a couple of different... He's been in loads, and we ended up watching a couple with him in it. So that was fun. Yeah.
Is he like big in the Hallmark?
Yeah. These
universe?
are the Hallmark films, yeah.
What's his name, do you remember?
Oh my god, what was it called? Time in...
Hallmark Cinematic Universe.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, there legitimatly is a cinematic universe.
I've accidentally searched for Time in Christmas Island, and it's 2:15. So if anybody wants to know. Oh my god, what was it called? I'm just going to find it. Hallmark Christmas movies.
I mean, there must be about 2,000 of those, right?
There's absolutely fucking loads of them.
Mad, isn't it?
A Timeless
Mad,
Christmas, it was.
A time.
And
Okay.
the main guy in it is called Ryan Pavey. Yeah, I'm going to be absolutely honest. He is too good for these films because he's quite a charismatic, good-looking dude who kind of... I know he's been in a few different things, but absolutely smashing these Hallmark Christmas films.
Oh my god, yeah, he's in loads of them.
Yeah.
Damn,
Who am I to judge like how much money he probably earns from it, and
He probably earns a good whack.
Yeah, probably. So I shouldn't judge really, but he seems like a better actor than they usually have in these kind of films,
Handsome dude. I'm just on his Instagram.
Yeah. I've been drawing a lot. I finished my graphic novel. Clap, clap, clap for me. Thank you very much. And that's about it.
What have I been up to? I've watched 4 films this year. And what are we on? 4th of Jan. So 1 a day, in essence. I watched you seen BlackBerry? About BlackBerry, the phone? No?
No.
It's like the origin of it and stuff.
No.
Yeah, it's fucking well good. It's really, really good. Watched that for the first time. I watched The Woman in Cabin 10 on Netflix. You seen that?
I've got it on my list, but I've heard it's not good. And then I've seen your review of it as well, and I thought, oh, yeah, maybe not.
Yeah, it's not very good. And then the reason I'm tired is because I've just been to watch Marty Supreme, and it's just as anxiety-inducing as you probably think it is. But it's fucking so good.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one.
What's Marty Supreme about?
Oh, it's like...
It's about table tennis.
It's
No, before we came on, James was telling me it's about table tennis in the same way that Raging Bull is about boxing. Or
have you seen Uncut Gems, Paul?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, so it's the same director, and it's like that. It's exactly the same as that, basically.
Oh, okay.
So it's really fucking good. But there are table tennis elements to it.
Yeah.
Do you know what's funny though? I'm actually fucking really good at table tennis, and I really enjoy playing it. I would thrash both of you.
Why were you Why were you mocking it then? Why were you laughing at it? You're one of them self-hating table tennis players, aren't you? Oh, look at these pricks playing table tennis, but you secretly want to enjoy it with them, don't you? Yeah, I'm onto you. Your closet case.
It's just I laughed at it because it's a film about table tennis.
Yeah, well, so's Forrest Gump.
It's like a film about fucking doors or something. Yeah, it's just like
Well, the doors.
Film about what? The doors.
What was the other film, James?
The Fog, because I would class it as I've not really seen this. I remember like a scene from it from maybe when I was a kid, so I class that as a complete rewatch. What about you, Dan?
Well, I've been catching up on The Sopranos again, so I was just like, right, I've got like 3 episodes left, and I'm trying to like space it out because I just don't want it to end. I'm like, oh god.
Well,
so I tried.
Dan, don't stop believing.
Very funny.
That's only funny if you've seen the final episode.
Yeah, I have. I got it. It still wasn't funny. So Paul, I actually came very, very close. I was looking for a new series. I came very, very close to putting Dark on. I actually had the first episode geared up, and my finger was hovering over the play button, and I was like, right. And then I changed my mind, and I decided to carry on with The Last of Us season 2.
Oh shit, I've not watched that yet. The second one.
Not a good. Not good.
Yeah, I mean, I watched. I'm not going to spoil The Last of Us, but I watched sort of the first 2 to 3 episodes, and I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. And then, I mean, everything since I just like, ugh. But yeah,
they really need to listen to feedback from season 2. James, I won't spoil it for you, and then sort of just rejig it a bit for season 3. Like, yeah. I'm not one of the. I'm not hating Bella Ramsey at all. No hate towards that person. However, I can see why people complain about it. But Dark, please watch it because it's so goddamn good. It's the best TV show that I've seen in a long time.
I mean, well, a couple of things got me interested in it. So first, it was your recommendation, so it's been on my list. But then I came across this Instagram account, and I'll send it to you when we're done recording. And it basically has about sort of 10 slides, and it explains how time travel works in certain films. So there was one for Tenet, there was one for Interstellar, there was one for Triangle, there was one for Time Crimes, but I've never seen that film, so I want to see that film before I read that slide. But there was one for Dark as well, so I was like, right, so I'm going to have to go and watch this now.
Send me that account, please.
Yeah,
so you can tell me about it in the future. Create a stable So yeah, that's about it.
I was also going to go and see that Housemaid in the cinema.
Oh yeah, I want to see that.
Loads of people have been saying it's really good, but obviously we've been keeping an eye on the weather, and the weather's not been. I know I drove to a mountain today, but I'd rather go sledging on a snow day than go to the cinema when I can go there anytime. But loads of people have been saying it's amazing, but I don't know. I don't know anything about it. I just got a feeling it's going to be shit. I don't know.
Yeah, I think the same. But I still go see it.
I'm going to write down everything that I think is going to happen in it without knowing anything about it.
Yeah.
Just by seeing a picture of who's in it and the name and that, and I'm going to fucking have a go at guessing it. And I bet you I'm right, because I always am. With not always, but sometimes. You know.
Well, there you go, listeners. So write in with what you think is going to happen, and we'll all compare notes next episode. Right, Dark Talkers, let's get on to this film. Let's talk Dark. So, gents, we are here tonight to discuss The Fog from 1980, directed by John Carpenter, starring Adrienne Barbeau, Tom Atkins, Jamie Lee Curtis, Charles Cyphers, Nancy Loomis, Janet Leigh, and Hal Holbrook as Father Malone. This was my dealer's choice. I'll just ask you quickly, when did you first both see this? I think I know the answer already, but
I think I said in the last one, I think I saw it when I was was younger. However, after rewatching it or just watching it, I've never seen this film before. So I finished watching it about 20 minutes ago. And that was when. So today.
James?
Pretty much same as you, Paul. I remember either you had it on in the background down or whatever, but I remember seeing scenes from it when I was younger, but wouldn't class it as a watch through. So mine was actually yesterday. I watched it for the first time. So
There
yeah.
you go. Yeah, I'll tell you why I chose it for a dealer's choice at first. This was my original pick, and then obviously we did a random chance because I thought of two others. But I just wanted to go back to sort of the roots of the podcast. I was craving a John Carpenter film. I wanted the sound, I wanted the actors, I wanted the feel for it. I was like, oh god, I just need that. And yeah, that's what we got. The first time I ever saw this film was back in the 90s when I was a kid, and I can't get it clear in my mind if I saw this first or if I saw Halloween first, but I remember seeing both on TV late at night when I was a kid, and both scared the absolute living shit out of me. So I suppose this film is half responsible for this podcast existing, which is why dozens of listeners across threes of countries get to hear our crappy opinions on films. But yeah, saw it when I was a kid. I bought it on DVD, played it shit sometimes. I actually don't own it on DVD anymore. I was certain I did, so I went through my entire pile and I just don't have it anymore. So I must have sold it at some point. So I need to rectify that at some point.
You've got the remake though, and you prefer that?
I've never seen that remake. I never will.
I was gonna pretend that that's the one I watched. And,
yeah, pretend.
And then I was gonna pretend that I watched The Mist by accident.
Oh, the old ones are the best ones, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, so shall we get into the film?
Oh yeah.
So we have our cozy campfire ghost story narrator opening, and our story tonight is told by this, he's basically the old sea captain from The Simpsons, Mr. Matchin, who's played by John Houseman from The Paper Chase. So Mr. Matchin tells the kids and us, the audience, the story about how the California seaside town of Antonio Bay was formed 100 years ago on do you remember the date?
April 23rd.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, you got to say it right. You've got to say it like the 21st of April, 100 years ago.
He wasn't Welsh.
21st of April.
21st of April, Bat.
There was a ship coming in, Bats. Full of lepers it was.
And where did it dock? Oh, in Cardiff, Bat.
It didn't, Bats. It sunk.
It's
Only joking. I'm only having you on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Mr. Matchin tells us the story of a small clipper ship called the Elizabeth Dane, which was looking for a port, but because the ship was sent off course when the bay was covered by a thick swirling fog, which caused them to get disorientated. So the Dane saw what it thought was a lighthouse, and it headed towards the light. However, it was actually a campfire, like this one, like this one, but. So the Dane crashed on the rocks and drowned all the sailors aboard, and legend has it that whenever the fog returns, the drowned sailors will rise up and return to enact their revenge on anyone burning a campfire in Antonio Bay, or just generally anyone in Antonio Bay. Did you like this intro? No?
No, I did. I loved it. I was just waiting for Paul to say something.
What's the matter?
I didn't like it. No.
No, why?
No, I don't know. I don't know whether I was that tired or whether I should have seen it when I was a kid or what. I don't know. It just wasn't working for me.
No.
At all. No.
I thought this was going to be, and obviously we're only on the beginning of the film here, but I thought this was going to be mega up your street, Paul, from this thing. But I enjoyed it. I didn't find it really scary, obviously, but like I loved the kids just staring at him like mouth wide open, like. I think they got the casting good there. You like it though, Dan, right? Obviously.
Yeah, obviously, yeah. Yes, I did, James. Yes, I did. Yes. So we're in Antonio Bay, and we go to a church in Antonio Bay where we meet Father Malone, played by Hal Holbrook from All the President's Men and Capricorn 1. Father Malone dismisses his handyman for the evening because the guy's like, Father, can I get paid now? And he's like, yeah. When you come in at 6 tomorrow instead of 4. Did you recognise the handyman?
That was John Carpenter, right?
It was John Carpenter.
Yeah. Didn't even Google that. I mean, he's quite, it's not hard to tell who he is. He looks so young in that, though.
He's got that very distinctive, like, Hulk Hogan look, hasn't he? The bald head and the big sash.
I think he's the father as well. He's dad in Sons of Anarchy, isn't he?
Who's
Kate
dad?
Segal's dad in it.
Does he play... Is it?
Yeah, I swear it is him.
Paul Holbrook. He is.
And he's in Into
Is
the
it?
Wild.
Oh, right, okay, yeah. I didn't recognise him from Sons of Anarchy, yeah.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
got dementia in Sons of Anarchy, isn't he?
Yeah. And you know that
Yeah.
meme that's going around at the moment? It's like a scene from him in Into the Wild when he's looking at him, he's going, yeah, I can do that.
Like a motivational thing.
Well, it's more just like when your mate asks you to go out for like 20 beers and you've got work in an hour. It's like, yeah, I can do that.
See, I recognise him from All the President's Men because he plays Paul's favourite named character, Deep Throat, in All the President's Men.
Chance would be a fine thing.
So Father Malone just wants to settle in for the evening and get pissed on the communion wine, but he is interrupted when... Oh, before we carry on, actually, did you catch what John Carpenter's character's name was in this?
Not John Carpenter's characters, no.
Did you get the others?
The other one just made me burst out laughing when I heard it.
Which one made you laugh?
Tom Atkins' character.
Yeah, so John Carpenter's character is called Bennett Tramer in this. And do you want to tell us what Tom Atkins' character's name is, James?
Nick Castle. He's like, hello, it's me, Nick Castle. That line straight to the... It's like looking directly into the camera. It's me, Nick Castle.
It's me, your cousin, Marvin Castle.
Although when the credits were actually rolling for this film, I was like, God, it's just like a massive amalgamation of like the first 3 Halloweens, right? And it's shot by Dean Cundy as well. So.
Also, Charles Cypher's character in this is called Dan O'Bannon, who's the guy that wrote Alien.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, so the father wants to get pissed on the communion wine, and he is interrupted when a rock falls from the side wall of the church and falls onto the table, scaring the shit out of him. And behind this rock, he finds the diary of his grandfather. Now, I always remember being confused by this when I was a kid, because the rock falls down and it reveals the journal, and the radio in the room switches on by itself. And because the diary is this big, thick, ornate, leather-bound book from like the 19th century, it looks like an old-timey wireless, I thought. So I always thought there was like a hidden radio behind the wall. It's playing like all this like nice soft jazz music, and I was like,
That's what
the fuck is going on here?
I was thinking the same as well, expecting it to like cut to a different scene well before it does, but it's like happening whilst he's reading the thing.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out where that music was coming from as well. I thought it was his music, but that's just like the score, is it?
No, it's a radio in the room, because like the electronics, as we'll find out, the electronics in the whole town is playing up. So I think that the radio was just turned on.
Okay. I thought it was like, as James said, like how they play music from the next scene just to try.
Like a sound transition.
Yeah, like a sound transition. Yeah, I thought it was going to be that, and then I was like, is it coming from the wall?
Yeah.
I was like, what? Is it even happening? Is it the score? I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, so we get a look at the town of Antonio Bay at this point and all the ghostly goings on. I love this. I just love the way all this cuts together. It's so good. It's so fucking creepy. And it's like, it's all these like little weird things that like by themselves, they don't actually mean anything. So like all the payphones start ringing at once, and then you get all these like little tremors which start knocking bottles off the walls, and like all the car horns and car alarms all go off at the same time. And if one of those things happened, you think, fuck, that's weird, but you know what? And you'd forget about it straight away. But like all of them together, I was like, oh no, this is like spooky shit. This is get chill up my spine now.
I knew that would be right up your street. Like the atmospheric setting for all this is like, yeah. And it reminded me a lot of The Birds. This, like whenever I think of America, I always think like deserty and all that stuff. But like to see it, that could have been anywhere in Britain.
Well, it's got more coastline than like most of European countries. When you think about it.
Yeah.
It's it was. I had a look at the shooting locations, and it was filmed in California as well. So it didn't look like California, did it? It looked a bit more like.
It's not set. Isn't one of the which characters is like, it's out the way or something, but it's better than being in California. Is it that one?
No, it's Stevie the DJ. It's Chicago. She's from Chicago. And come out to California. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah. It didn't look like California to me. I was wondering where it was shot.
Yeah.
I was thinking it was the same place they shot Halloween 3, just by the looks of it. That was the same vibe I was getting. I don't know if it's because of everything else put together. So I mean, I'm not sure if it is the same place. Probably not. My favourite one of these ghosty things happening is the gas station pump, like, uncoupling itself and then just turning itself on and the petrol, like, leaking out. Because, one, it's creepy, but two, the dollar counter is going up as it's going, and I was just like, oh my God, someone's going to have to pay for this. Oh, God. Money being spent is my worst fear.
My favourite was the phone one, because, like, at first I couldn't really, like, hear that they were all ringing at the same time, but then it cuts to a closer shot, and then it just starts, I don't know, just the sound of them all going off slightly out of sync. It's well creepy.
Yeah. So we then meet two of our protagonists, Nick Castle and Liz Stolley, played by Carpenter regulars Tom Atkins and Jamie Lee Curtis. Good to have these two back on the podcast. They've never been in a film together, but it's great to see them in this.
I'll watch anything with Tom Atkins in it, especially when he's being a womanizer and drinking while driving as well. Yeah.
He is a fucking shagger. He's just like... Women find this man irresistible.
He was missing a nice mustache, but...
I know, I was thinking the same thing.
I'll let him off. Like.
Yeah. But yeah, he's a pisshead and he's a shagger. Yes, he's just driving around and he picks up Liz, who is hitchhiking across the country, and like within minutes we cut to a scene of them two in bed together, just having just had sex. Like within minutes they're naked together.
He's like 23 years older than her as well.
Not just like he was in Halloween 3 as well.
Because I was thinking while I was watching, I was like, well, Halloween was 2 years before this and she played a high schooler. I was like, how old was Jamie Lee Curtis in this film? And she was about 22 and he was about 45, and I was like, but no, you wouldn't see that these days.
Yeah, she's so lucky. I mean, he's so lucky.
But like you said, when he picks her up, she's like, are you a weirdo? And he's there like with his can of Budweiser in his hand, just driving his truck. He's like, yeah, I am actually, when you think about it. Yeah.
He's like, yeah, do you want a sip? Yeah, sure.
And she's like, fuck yeah. But she's a bit of a wild child. She's out for like an experience, you know. It's definitely like, if this was 10 years earlier, she'd be a hippie, you know. Yeah. We also meet Adrian Barbeau's character, radio DJ Stevie Wayne, whose sexy ass voice you heard in the show intro. Stevie has recently moved to Antonio Bay from Chicago, like we mentioned, with her son Andy. And is it implied that her husband and his father is dead because he's not in the film, he's not with them, and there is a photo of the three of them together?
That's the vibe I got from it. Like she moved away to get away from the sadness, maybe?
Yeah, looks like. Conspicuous by his absence.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought they did a very good job here without having to say like, oh, I miss it because your father died and what your father would think, and they just show it with like him not being there and just that one little photo that it doesn't even linger on it that long, and it just tells you all you need to know. Just like, I just love John Carpenter's filmmaking when he does things like that, you know.
I love their relationship. I think I don't know, I like that kid in it because they got that wrong, that would just be so annoying. But and she's cool as fuck in it as well.
Oh yeah,
I think. Yeah,
but she was actually married to, or at least going out with, John Carpenter at the time, so he cast her.
Oh,
I mean, if I was going out with her, I'd cast her as well. I mean, just look at her in this film.
Like Thingy did in Black Christmas. What was his name? The whiskey guy. The guy who sounds like a whiskey.
Glenn Morgan.
Glenn Morgan. Glenn Morgan. The Glenn Morgan approach.
The executive producer of the X-Files.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So Stevie owns this lighthouse, and she does this late night radio show, which also contains weather reports and the shipping forecast. So Paul, I've got a question for you. Who's got a sexier voice, Adrian Barbeau in this, or Pete Serafinowicz in Black Books? Because he also does a sexy rendition of the shipping forecast.
Fran. Funnily enough, I watched a short of him doing some different voices yesterday. He did I can't remember a single one. I do apologise. But I would say her definitely, because I like her voice more than his.
But he voiced Darth Maul, so
yeah,
which isn't very sexy. Now I've said it out loud, but you know.
I don't know. At last, we will seek our revenge. That's all he says in that whole film. Near enough that, anyway. You know my.
Yeah, I think he's got one other line, maybe. I don't know.
He goes, oh, I don't know. My brain's not quick enough today, I tell you.
So Stevie gets a call from our, what is he? It's like our third, fourth Carpenter regular, Charles Cyphers, who is playing Weatherman Dan, and Dan spends every moment of this film lusting after Stevie, as did I. Dan asked Stevie to Dan asked Stevie to put out a warning to a fishing trawler called the Seagrass about an incoming fog bank, which may hinder their ability to get home. So we go out to the Seagrass, and these three fishermen are just doing what fishermen do best, just getting shit-faced on a boat. And I love this dude at this bit. The two guys are talking about Stevie. They're like, "Oh, she's like the sexiest woman on earth. Have you ever saw her in the supermarket?" "Oh yeah, you know." And the third guy is just looking out the window. He's like, "There ain't no fog bag out there. There ain't no fog bag out there." And then it cuts, and the fog starts drifting over. He's like, "Hey, there's a fog bag out there."
It was like there's something out of The Simpsons, that bit for me. But I did like that one guy's line. He's like, "Yeah, I'd love to meet you." I was like, "You're happily married." You're like, "I ain't that happy." Proper like blokes who've been together for ages, like drinking beer and just trapped.
You know
together.
who his wife is in the film, though, don't you?
No. Oh yeah, Janet Leigh.
Yeah, his wife is Janet Leigh. So
Yeah.
you can tell there's some sort of unhappiness in their marriage, because she is obviously she's like the CEO of the decorating committee from
From My Bloody Valentine.
That's basically her character. But we will get to her.
Yeah.
What did you both think of this scene where the fog attacks the ship and we get our first look at the ghosts? Paul, you've got a face on. What's that face for?
I don't want to piss on your chips or anything, but I could not get into it at all.
What?
I liked a lot of things about it, but yeah, I'll save what I think about it.
Okay, yeah, all right, okay. James, what about you? What did you think of this bit?
I kind of wish you didn't see what happened to him. This is obviously watching it, God, nearly 50 years on. But I love obviously the fog, and then you can see like the silhouettes and stuff like that, and the creepiness about it. But yeah, I think I would have preferred it if you didn't see them get stabbed and stuff. But I thought it was good. I really like it.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, maybe. Yeah, I mean, I love the way when they go up on the top deck. So the two sailors go up to the top deck and they check out what's going on, and it's just everything's just lit up bright white. You can tell they've got like floodlights on them, and just the mist machines just rolling. There's another quick shot as well. So you meant to see they've played in reverse. So they've obviously got the dry ice machine to inside the ship releasing the fog, but they reverse the footage so it looks like the fog is pouring into the ship. I thought it was really clever. I thought it was really fucking cool. The two sailors they look up and they see the ghost ship, the Elizabeth Dane.
Oh yeah,
past.
that bit was sick. Yeah, I love that. Yeah.
And they're like, "What the hell is this?" And I was just like, "Ugh." But I love a good nautical sea mystery. I do. Love
They were
sea
looking
ghosts,
up.
I do.
They were looking up, going schooner with an engine.
Yeah. So the mysterious fog lights up the entire deck, and we get this eerie silence while the ghost sailors slowly emerge from it, and then they murder the two guys. Yeah, even though they get stabbed to death, and we'll probably talk about this a bit later on, there's no blood in this film, like hardly any. This is the only time you see any sort of blood in this film.
I kind of like that they were stabbed, and then later on it's like they haven't been stabbed, they were found as if they've been like underwater for years. I did kind of like that element to it, so I guess they kind of did need to be stabbed.
So again, this has got something else, and I've spoke about on the podcast about this before. So like, we know that the first two guys have been killed, and the ghosts are descending into the ship, and the third guy is on the radio, and the door opens behind him, and one of the ghosts approaches him and eventually kills him. But it's that fear I get when I first see him, like, oh god, you don't know what's coming. That thing is going to come down and get you, and you've got nobody there with you, so you're not, you're on your own.
That is it. The whole the scene is scary, but it's just a bit, again, the stabbing bit for me was,
You would have liked
got rid of the scariness.
Yeah, so the third crew member is Dick, and he gets got when a ghost sneaks up behind him and jabs him in the face with a spike twice. I've got written down here, fucking terrifying, but I feel a bit silly now. You two didn't. Can I change my film?
I did enjoy it. Yeah.
So we go back to Nick and Liz in bed, and they're about to make love again for probably what is the 20th time, because he is a machine. Is Tom Atkins, old whiskey dick Tom. They're interrupted by a knock on the door from a mysterious silhouette with a hook for a hand. Like if you saw that thing knocking at your door in the middle of the night, you'd be like, "What the fuck? Get my gun."
Do they see the silhouette? They do, don't they?
No, we see him. By the time he gets there, it sort of walks back and fades off, and he's trying to open the door, and then he's sort of like...
Isn't it because it chimes to 1 o'clock and that's it? That's like...
Yeah, well that's it. So he's about to open the door, and as he does, the clock chimes 1, which means the witching hour is now over. So the ghosts have to return back to the bottom of the sea. So he's safe, because they can only come out for that 1 hour.
Yeah. So
is it?
Can I just ask...
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah.
Can I I ask this while we're on it. So it got to that part, right, and then the ghosts disappeared, and I was like, well, that's the curse over then, isn't it? That's the hour over. So why do they come back? Because it's a different date.
Yeah, well, I think
that was the time that they had allotted for their hauntings and murders and whatever.
Yeah, that's true. I never thought about that because it can't. Because I think the date of the 100-year anniversary is actually the second day of the film because that's when the big party is. So yeah, why are they there for this first hour? Which is, I guess, maybe from like, but they've got to. So this is another thing that I only just realised on this watch about what the ghost motivation is. So I always thought the ghost motivation, I'm skipping ahead now, was that they had to come back and they needed to reclaim the gold that was used, or whatever leftover gold there was, which we'll find out what that is later, and kill the 6 descendants of the 6 conspirators that crashed their ship. That's what I always thought. But as you watch the film, they attack anybody, like just randomers, and they even attack Stevie and Andy, who are definitely not from Antonio Bay, so they're not descended. So I think they've just got to take 6 people. So I think they can just come and go until they've taken 6 people and the gold, is my theory.
But it has to be on that date, basically.
Well, I don't know, because like they do mention a couple of other weird things that happen. Like we get like Tom Atkins' character mentions that his dad found a ghost ship when he was a kid, and I don't know if that was on the same date. And then they talk about these divers that went down to check the wreckage of the ship, and they'd been down there for, I don't know, 10 days or something. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, so the next morning, Stevie's Rodney Trotter-looking kid Andy finds a piece of wreckage from the Elizabeth Day while he's out on the beach fishing, and we get the main fog theme played at this point. And this is probably my favourite piece of John Carpenter music ever. I love this music so much. I prefer this to the Halloween film. Halloween film? Halloween theme.
Halloween film. Yeah, I really enjoyed it as well.
What about you, Paul? You're a musician. Did you like the theme?
Steve Miner wrote Halloween. I love this theme. Yeah, it's amazing. I don't prefer it over Halloween, but I do like it a lot. You know, it's very cool. You could do like a modern update of it with some, like how they did the Halloween theme for 2018 when it just became more like satanic sounding. You know, like Kane's theme or something like that.
Had more of a beat to it.
Yeah, just like more like orchestral type stuff in it. Yeah, no, really good music. Yeah, really loved it.
When James was here over Christmas, we were listening to. I played the fog theme to him. And have you heard of the Liverpool rapper SD Kid?
Did you send it to the group on?
Yeah, I think I did.
Link?
I think I did actually. Yeah.
I did.
Basically, he's got a song called Four Roars, and I think that he sampled the fog theme for that. I think that's what it is.
Imagine if he's listening, he's like, "Fucking hell! Don't tell everybody. They're gonna sue me now." That's my best song.
Be like the Verve, yes.
SD Kid, friend of the podcast.
Friend of the podcast, SD Kid.
Yeah, the theme for this was I could really hear Halloween 3 stuff in this. This film basically reminded me of Halloween 3, not because of Tom Atkins, but if they were going to carry on doing the different stories per film, I feel like this would have been Halloween 4 and stuff like that.
This could have.
Yeah, that's the feeling I get from it.
A lot of the sound effects and that, because a lot of it wasn't just music. A lot of it was sort of sound, soundscapes and stuff, and it you could definitely feel it was John Carpenter, and I really like that part of it. Yeah,
definitely. I've never looked at it that way. Yeah, this could have been part of the Halloween franchise. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So Andy takes this Elizabeth Dane. What is it the registration plate? What's it called? It's not a nameplate. I guess it is a nameplate, isn't it? He takes the Elizabeth Dane nameplate to his mum, and he's like, "Mum, look what I found." And she's trying to sleep because she's been on a night shift, and he's like, "Fucking get up!" And she's like, "Oh, I love you, son, but you are so fucking annoying." Yeah. Let us sleep, dude. Let us sleep.
He doesn't know, does he? He's just a little kid. I do like this scene as well, though, because it's again, it just shows it reminded me of the relationship between Thingy and his mum from The Sixth Sense. It's just she's obviously knackered and stressed all the time, but
that's no reason to let a tiny child play the sea on his own, though, is it? Quite irresponsible.
It's the 80s, though, right?
Yeah, it was a different time.
Do you know what, though? I did think that plank of wood had Dan written across it, the whole film, until the end, and I was like, oh, it's got an E on the end. I thought, no wonder he likes this film.
Yeah, so we meet, we get Janet Leigh in this, and she is Mrs. Williams, the wife of one of the guys that bought it on the ship, and her assistant is Sandy, played by another Carpenter regular, Nancy Loomis. Yeah, so she's this, like we mentioned, she's the CEO of the decorating committee, and she's trying to put together this big celebration for the 100th anniversary of Antonio Bay. So they go to see Father Malone at his church because they want him to do some sort of ceremony at the at the event, and he just they walk around the church looking for them, Father Malone, and he just jump scares them, and he just He just emerges from the darkness. He's like, hello. And they're like, oh my God. But I went back because he's actually coming out of his confessional booth. But I just thought he was just sitting in the dark, like supping wine.
He probably was sat in there boozing, getting ready for
if
the
you-
events.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, he doesn't have a scene outside of this church. Like, he's in the church for the whole film, so he's definitely on the communion wine, just getting nailed, which we do find out later on. Later on, when the crew all arrive, like Tom Atkins is like snatches the wine out of his hand, like, give me that.
Just smashes it.
He's like, there's only room for one pisshead in this film.
It didn't he look exactly like Father Ted as well?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, so Malone has been in the church all night drinking, and he's been reading his grandfather's diary, which was the book that was behind the rock, and it adds a bit more scope to the founding of Antonio Bay. So Malone's grandfather tells us, so this is in like this would be 1880. So Malone's grandfather tells us about a wealthy man named Blake who lived on a leper colony not too far from the place that would eventually become Antonio Bay. And Blake wanted to move his people to the mainland, but the people of Antonio Bay were snobs and they were horrified to have a leper colony just a mile down the road. So grandfather Malone and 5 other conspirators waited until Blake's ship, which is the Elizabeth Dane, had set sail. Then they lit the fire on the beach where they knew there were going to be dangerous rocks. And they were aided by an unnatural fog, and they sank the ship and they stole all of Blake's gold. The fucking cunts. Like, I was so annoyed at these bastards for doing that. It's like, you arseholes. Father Malone at this point, he explains the story like really deadpan to Janet Leigh, and he's just like, this whole celebration is a farce. We're celebrating murderers. Antonio Bay was actually founded by Hans Sprungfeld.
I know, that was I'm gonna say on this bit, where he's like reading, it keeps cutting back to him doing it, right, whilst stuff's going on, and like I don't know, at one point I was just like, oh my God, he's still reading, and they're just like sat there watching him, like not falling asleep, but I don't know, it was just funny, it was amusing.
Nothing more boring than being in a church and listening to a priest talk. It's like, oh God.
Yeah, a pissed priest.
Yeah, so that was all being like sort of spliced with what's happening with Nick and Liz. But so Nick and Liz have managed to drag themselves out of bed long enough for Nick to go looking for the seagrass because it hasn't returned, and his friend Al was on board, and Nick knows something isn't right. He says something like, I've been out on that boat hundreds of times drinking with Al, and we've always made it back. Of course you have, yeah.
Oh man, I reckon a lot of all these like drinking related stories and him snatching the wine are just ad lib by Tom Atkins, for sure. And John Carpenter like that. Oh fuck.
Yeah, he's not even acting; he was just rolling the camera, and he's just like, give me that wine. Right now, Tom, I want you to just drive down the street. Yes, sir, John. He just pulls his can out of his pocket.
Just hear the sound of a can opening, like.
Just like if they're shooting a scene in the pitch black, you just hear. Oh God. Yeah, so Nick and Liz go out on a boat to find the seagrass, and they come across it and it's abandoned and all the equipment is fucked. Like the dials are all reading sub-zero temperatures and the glass is all smashed, and like at one point he picks up a beer can and takes a sip out of it. He's like, salt water. It's like, you just know he was gutted, because there was a bit like, if any leftover beer, he'd have been like, fucking give me that shit.
Yeah, behind the scenes they're like, right, we need to think of something to make him stop boozing. Fill all his cans with salt water.
Tip it all away, but salt water in, that'll stop him. He just carried on drinking it anyway. Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is lovely.
Turned into SpongeBob.
I was going to say, I like this bit where they come onto the ship and, they don't find like the 3 guys dead or the blood everywhere. This is like the more supernatural element to it that I do like, which is why I don't think they should have been stabbed and stuff. Well, they do find one guy. This shit me up, actually, to be fair.
Yeah. They do say that like the ship is like, the deck is covered in salt water. Like it's as if the ship has sank and then been like, or like rolled in the water and then is still afloat. But yeah, so we get our jump scare now. So we get this, we get the story where Nick explains to Liz about how his father found an abandoned ship, and then he brought a Spanish doubloon home, but when he opened his pocket, it was just water and the doubloon was gone. It's again another spooky tale for campfire times. And this is where we get we get 2 jump scares. We get a false one where like it looks like something's going to come tumbling out of the cabinet, the locker, and it's like a fire extinguisher or something. It just like tips over, and Jamie Lee Curtis is like, oh shit! And then we get the real jump scare when the body of Dick, the eyeless sailor just like tumbles onto it. She's like, oh my god.
I would say the mask or whatever is on his face, the prosthetics on his face, on that, like, that's what scared me, because it's like hanging off. It looks hot, like when he's going back and forth, it's like swinging.
It looked like Michael Myers.
Yeah, it did a bit. Yeah. The
Like,
Part 4
very
mask with the bad
much
eyes.
Michael Myers.
Yeah, so they take Dick's body back to be autopsied, and they discover that Dick had drowned in salt water, but he hadn't actually been in the water, which again is another like really cool ghost story.
Yeah.
Ghost story element to this. The autopsy doctor and Nick privately talk about how fucking weird all this is, while Liz stays in the room with Dick's corpse, which slowly rises up from the autopsy table and picks up a scalpel and walks behind her. And she is like just looking the other way, and like she's just staring off into space. I was like, just turn around. You wouldn't face that way. Do you know what I mean? If you're in the room. Like,
She's taking one of those, what is it, pills that make cats stare at walls. Have you seen them? The WikiHow page. I really love this scene, and I thought there was going to be. I wish they'd have made more of this bit, because I was gutted when he like falls to the floor and nothing really happens after that.
and they kind of just like fob it off. So he falls to the floor again, and he writes a 3 on the floor with the scalpel, like carves it in, meaning that 3 victims have been taken. There's still 3 left to go. But yeah, nothing much is made out of it, because Jamie Lee, she screams and they rush back in, and they're like, how did that body get on the floor? Nobody questions it. They're just like, it's okay, don't worry. And it's like, okay.
I know.
I was going to say, she is well and truly like shit up at this point, and she's like, I need to get out of this town. I don't care how good your dick is, Tom Atkins. I need to leave this town. Like, I don't care how many orgasms you've given me, Tom Atkins.
Ugh, it makes me feel weird.
Yes, Tom Atkins made me feel weird as well, but yeah, so back to Stevie. She heads into work at the lighthouse, and she takes that piece of Elizabeth Dane into work with her, and it starts leaking water, which fucks up all her equipment, and like it leaks onto all the tape players and like radio messages she's got, and it start hearing like ghostly messages through and all kinds of like mad shit, which again I thought was pretty effective.
I kind of like that when it was like the demonic voice started coming out.
Yeah, so Stevie, she calls Andy and asks where he found it, and he tells her, he's like, well, first it was a gold coin, and then it was a piece of wood, and she's just like, the hell are you talking about, kid? Like, and she's like frantic on the phone, and she's like, okay, right, don't worry, right, we'll sort it out later. And she's really like panicking, and she hangs up, and then she like presses play on the radio station, and she goes instantly into business mode. She's like, hi, it's Stevie here, and I was just like,
we don't see it as a gold coin first, do we? Or do we? Or was it just so small you couldn't see it?
It's like very blink and you'll miss it, yeah.
Right, yeah, okay.
Yeah, so Stevie gets a call from Nick, who's at the celebrations with Janet Leigh, and they're all sort of putting 2 and 2 together about things that have gone on. He's like comforting her about her missing husband, and he is just chugging back shots of whiskey. He's just like one after the other. He's like, fucking hell, there's mad shit going on. I need a drink. So he calls Stevie to tell her about the seagrass, and she tells him about the strange behaviour of the fog, which has been moving against the wind and just sort of glowing. So we then cut to a scene where Stevie's on the phone to weatherman Dan, and he comes into work wearing this very chunky, cosy looking, thick, warm cable knit sweater, and I was just like, I just want to get in there with him.
I know, yeah.
I was wearing a jumper just like that today.
Well, yeah.
While I was out in the snow. Yeah. And earlier on, Tom Atkins is going to check the boat. There's a guy who's wearing a lovely pea coat as well, and his look is really cool. That's what I was thinking about for like the 10 minutes after it. Nice pea coat, hat.
Tom Atkins has got a good M65 jacket in this as well.
What's that?
Also known as a taxi driver jacket. The Rambo taxi driver coat.
Oh, right, yeah.
I used to have a red one like that, and you could zip the sleeves off it.
So Dan and Stevie are on the phone, and Dan tells Stevie about this new fog bank that's coming into town, and it's right outside his door. And again, I fucking love the scene, like the way he's on the phone and the camera's in front of him and the window's behind him and the fog rolls in and the lights on, and he's like, yeah, the fog's right outside my front door right now. And she's like, just stay away from the fog, there's something mad about the fog. And you just and he's just like, there's some asshole out here. He's gonna get a knuckle sandwich when I see him. He's just like so aggressive.
I know. I was like you said, like the whole. I love the shot, like everything being behind him and stuff like that. But some of his lines, I was just like, "Fucking, hey, there's some asshole here. Wants a fist fight or something like that." So, well, you know when you hear the knock, like it knocks 3 times. I thought like Trigger was going to walk in, you know, and That episode of Only Fools and Horses with the like trigger. But yeah.
Yeah. So the fog starts enveloping the whole town, and the power in the weather station drops out while Dan goes to check it, and he gets killed by one of the ghosts when he answers. Like, again, literally the door opens and it's just like whoosh, like stabbed to death. What did you think of this one, Paul? Did you like this?
I don't know what's wrong with me. Like, I don't know. I just wasn't bothered by that much. Maybe Christmas and New Year's just taking it out of me a bit. And
no more sledging before podcasting. That's I found out in August you've been sledging.
I hammered 2 massive coffees right before this, and I think all my energy went into like laughing at the beginning, and now I'm just like dead sleepy. And I do apologise. My jokes are flat. My attitude's a bit slow, and I'm very sorry. It was okay. Yeah, it was fine.
Yeah, so the fog starts like shutting down the entire town. It gets into the power station and it like fucks that shit up. It disconnects the phone lines because Stevie's trying to call the sheriff, and as soon as like he picks up, he's like hello, and she's like hey sheriff. It's just like takes out the pylons, and like she can't warn anyone.
That bar in this film is like young. Like if I was on a nice coastal town, it's like maybe. Oh yeah.
If you could choose 3 characters from any film that we've covered on the podcast to sit at that bar and drink with, who would you choose? Dr. Dan from Halloween 3, Nick from this.
Yeah.
I was going to say Tom Atkins from this, Tom Atkins from Halloween 3, and someone else.
Has Sam Elliott been in anything we covered?
Big guy from My Bloody Valentine, you know, the...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Not in that bar, though, with that barman. Fucking hell.
Nah, that'd be awesome. Just listen to his mental stories. It'd be great.
Who would your 3 worst... Because I can imagine sitting there with Henry, Otis, and Otis's sister.
Oh, man.
Or Invisible
Imagine, like...
Kevin Bacon. He'd just be like waving all the shit around.
Imagine like sobering up at an after party with fucking Otis and Henry and his sister. Be like,
it's being hungover in a room with them 3.
And they'd be like, oh, let's watch this film we made. That's great.
We're filming the 2 homeless guys fighting.
Yeah. Or the cast of Black Christmas, the remake.
Oh,
all
yeah.
All those girls that just hate each other. And fuck.
I could have a drink with them.
I would like to have a drink with the old lady from the original one who loves the booze. She's the Tom Atkins.
Mrs. Mack, yeah. So we've got
Mrs.
2
Mack.
Tom Atkins character and Mrs. Mack.
Tom Atkins is there.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Squad.
Squad goals.
Hell yeah. Yeah, so with the power out, Andy and his babysitter, Mrs. Kobritz, are settling in with candles until she sees the fog roll up. And again, we get the spooky knock at the door. And Stevie can see this from the lighthouse, and she warns them. She's like, don't answer the door, just get out of the house. There's something in the fog. But because the power's off, their radio is off. But I tell you whose radio isn't off. Shagger Tom Atkins. Because he's driving around town, pissed with Liz, and they're just like, fucking doing like donuts around the town. Because his car is powered up, the radio's on, so he hears the messages from Stevie to go and save Andy from the fog. So Mrs. Kobritz opens the door to the fog, and she tells Andy to go in his room, and as soon as he like goes out of shot, within seconds he misses this. One of the ghosts emerges from the fog and like wraps her up and like steals her and takes her away and kills her. And the timing is just like, I was like, oh, that poor kid, if he just waited like 1 more second, like he would have seen this and he would have like,
would have been traumatized for life.
Just got but he would have at least got the hell out there, because I mean, what happens to him is pretty traumatic.
Yeah, I did like this scene, but it did bloody make me laugh when she got taken by the fog. But no, it's good. I liked it.
Yeah, so Andy is hiding, terrified in his room, while the fog slowly creeps in, and this ghost starts knocking on the door and slowly smashing his way in. And like I've mentioned it before, I cannot stand a child on their own without an adult in danger, and I was just like, oh no, God, kid, get out of there, kid. I hate this stuff.
It does proper get to you, doesn't it?
But yeah, put the willies up me. I was just like, but this scene is basically, you know, in Halloween 1 where Michael Myers is smashing his way into the kitchen to get Jamie Lee Curtis. It's almost exactly the same as that. The kid is saved at the end when Nick smashes his way through a window and grabs him. He's like, come on, kid, let's get out of here.
I got the thing though, you know, he smashes the glass, but then there's still a jaggedy bit sticking out, and I was like, oh, and he just pulls and yanks him through.
Like, pulls him through. I think he sits him down. He's like, the kid's missing his head. Like his head's oops. Like, split. Yeah. So Nick, Liz, and Andy try to drive away, but their car gets surrounded by the fog and they're stuck in the mud. But Liz manages to free it at the very last second, just before the zombies or ghosts can get them. I was honestly thought they were going to switch to the reserve tank at one point, like in Friday the 13th.
Actually, I noticed something. It's at the beginning of the film. There's a guy who's like sweeping up in the shop, and he leans over and gets a drink off the shelf and has a swig, and then puts the lid back on and puts it back. I was like, that's just like Friday the 13th when he does it with the orange juice.
That dude though, when it was cut to that scene, his profile looks exactly like Jeremy Allen White. Do you remember?
Yeah.
I thought it was him, and then I was like, hang on, he's not 59.
He would have been -8 when this film came out.
But just spit an image of him.
So Stevie doesn't know. She sees that the house has been surrounded by the fog, so she doesn't know if he's been saved or what, Andy. And she leaves him this really heartbreaking messages. She's just like, Andy, I'm so sorry I didn't come for you. I have to stay here. I have to warn people about this fog and what's going on. I hope you can forgive me. And I was like, oh man, just like, oh God, making me tear up. Yes, the fog starts enveloping the whole town and literally chasing the characters up and down the streets. They try to go left and the fog comes barreling up and they're like, oh no. And Stevie warns them. She's like, get down the next road. And then the fog's chasing them. But this made me think of, Paul, this is your favourite scene in all of cinema. In the film The Happening, when the characters have to run away from the winds.
Yeah, Mark Wahlberg's amazing acting in that film.
Fuck that guy. If there's anything that makes me turn a film off quicker, it's seeing Mark Wahlberg's name in the cast list. I'm like, no, not happening.
What about The Departed? The Departed.
That's his brother in that, isn't it?
No, it's Marky Mark.
Yeah, but he's not the fourth or fifth build in that, so he's not like the top dude, is he?
Yeah, it is an all-star cast.
And actually, I do think he's actually quite good in that for his minor role.
He is, but he's got shit hair. He's got really shit hair in that film.
He's got a shit face as well.
I'm a huge fan of the Matt Payne film.
I've never seen him actually, and I never will.
No, I don't know.
What other shite has Mark Wahlberg been in? Transformers?
What else is it?
Is it No Pain, No Gain, or just No Gain? I don't know. With The Rock, seen that.
Do you remember that film Four Brothers?
Oh yeah, he's in that, isn't he?
I've never seen Four Brothers.
It's quite good.
Yeah, it is quite good. I remember it being. What did we have it? We had it on one of those discs where it was like you turn the disc one way and then it's two-sided. I think on the other side of it was like
illegal DVD.
Yeah, it was Four Brothers on one side, and the other side was like Football Factory or something.
Do you know what? Actually, going through his filmography, he's got Boogie Nights, Three Kings.
Oh yeah, so good.
I was about to say Boogie Nights.
I Heart Huckabees, Four Brothers, Departed, The Happening, as we've mentioned.
Ted, your favourite film, Dan?
Oh yeah, Ted, yeah. That film I love.
He's in The Fighter as well, obviously.
I don't remember him in Mojave.
I've not seen that.
Mojave.
You've seen that, Paul, with Oscar Isaac and Garrett Thingy.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah.
I don't remember Mark Wahlberg being in that.
I do not either at all.
He's also in Daddy's Home.
Yeah,
he's the guy, isn't he? He's the daddy.
In one of them, like John Cena turns up, and John Cena and him are like the same person, and he's like the giant version of John Cena of Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, John Cena turns up at the end of the first one, doesn't he? And he's just like this huge fucking like tough guy, and Mark Wahlberg's like, shit, I'm a pussy now. And then is it the second one? Mel Gibson plays his dad.
Oh, that was fucking dead funny. Like
Mel Gibson was quite funny, yeah, but that film's not funny.
No, it's not. But Mel Gibson was hilarious. Mel Gibson was like Ric Flair in that film. He was fucking. I know, yeah, he was having a great time in that film. He was.
Anyway, let's stop talking about dickheads and let's start talking about fog. Dickheads in the fog. Yeah, so Stevie warns everybody to get to the old church on Beacon Hill, which may be the safest place to be, but the fog follows them up the hill and to the church. So Nick, Liz, and Andy meet up with Sandy and Mrs. Williams, and the group break into the church, and they come across Father Malone, who again has just been drinking the whole film, and like Tom Atkins, give me that wine, you. At this point, the fog also decides to attack the lighthouse and go for Stevie because the ghosts must have their own radio and they can hear her helping people. And they're like, but we better get her because she's like saving lives here. I love this bit because she's the only person that knows what the fog can do. So when the fog has surrounded anybody else, they've just been like, well, this is a bit odd, you know? Or in the case of Charles Cyphers, he was like, I'm going to kick this fog's ass. Yeah. But like...
Is there a scene from The Simpsons where somebody's trying to like fight some fog or mist or something? They were trying to punch it. Or am I just Mandela in it?
So she's in the middle of the lighthouse, and the fog surrounds her, and the light is beaming on her, and the look of fear on her face. She's like, "Oh, I'm fucked now. This is not going to be good for me." Did you like that bit, James?
Yeah, I did. What was she? Yeah.
You were listening, like.
It was the bit where she climbs up the lighthouse and she's hiding from him.
No, I haven't got to that bit yet. I was on about the bit where it surrounds her. She's scared. You weren't listening, you bastard.
I was listening. You bastard.
So she escapes the lighthouse and she climbs onto the roof, and she's being chased by the ghosts who are like trying to stab her. You see these like disembodied hands coming from off screen, like jamming knives and all that. She's ducking and rolling, and she's not really got anywhere she can go because she climbs upwards, and then where else can you go from here but down? So she's lucky that the day is saved by the drunk Father Malone, who reads his grandfather's diary for some more clues. Like if he just read a couple of sentences more from earlier, he would have discovered the method for getting rid of the ghosts. Like. Yeah, so he discovers that his grandfather hid the stolen gold in the church walls, and he theorizes that if he can return the gold to Blake's crew and offer himself up as a sacrifice, then everybody else will be spared. And I've got to wonder, what would a ghost spend gold on?
Also, was the gold made into a cross after, or was it? It was after, was it?
They must have melted down the leftover gold, because they used the gold to found the town, so they had to spend some of it, but the leftover gold is still this gigantic gold cross, which, like, has he never noticed this before? Like,
I know, that's what I was kind of, well...
There's like $1 billion worth of gold in that cross.
I think the ghosts would spend their money on the discography of the band Ghost.
Ghost BC.
They would also just Ghost, and then they would also buy the film Ghost on DVD.
What about tickets to see the stage version of Ghost?
Yeah, that.
Yeah,
maybe Roadhouse on DVD as well, because it's Patrick Swayze. So buy some Ghostbusters DVD.
Ghost
they
in
wouldn't
a Shell.
They wouldn't want the Ghostbusters, would they?
But they would cheer.
They'd watch it for research.
Ghosts are scared of Ghostbusters. Ghost in the Shell.
I said that already. You weren't listening to me.
No, I was saying Ghost in the Shell. Good one, James.
Nice save, you bastard.
They could watch The Ghost Writer with Hugh McGregor. Yeah.
What was I thinking of?
Got it. Ghost Dad with Bill Cosby. Do you remember Ghost Dad? No. You never saw Ghost Dad, did you not? Bill Cosby, like, he dies and he's like a ghost, but he's the dad of the family, and he's Ghost Dad.
God. I'm just looking at the poster for it now.
You're thinking of Jack Frost with Michael Keaton.
I'm bloody not thinking of that.
Turns into a snowman. Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not.
What about the Ghost Rider movies?
They would love Ghost Ship as well, I think.
Yeah. Maybe they would buy the Ghost Ship from Ghost Ship to replace the Elizabeth Dane.
Fucking hell.
So there you go. This has been Ghost Talk.
What do ghosts buy with their money?
So the ghosts break into the church, and Father Malone has realised that the gigantic gold cross hanging in his church might be the stolen gold. So he brings it down and like stumbles into the room carrying. He's like, "Blake, I got your gold right here, son of a bitch!" Like, waded in with the cross. How he's carrying that thing, I don't know, but yeah.
I was wondering about that, and I googled how heavy is gold, and it turns out that it's just as heavy as it is, really, because it's just weighed normally, so you don't know.
Gold is as heavy as it is, yeah. There we go.
It literally said a kilogram of gold weighs around 1 kilogram.
But I think I know what you mean. I think like its density might be different to other metals. So like I think gold is like I think gold is softer. I think than other metals off the top of my head. Like you can get a knife and like scrape gold, and you can like shave it.
Shave it. Okay.
We're nearly there. Yeah. So we get our first real like close-up look at Blake's crew here, and they're all like wet and red-eyed and zombified, and I thought it looked like really cool.
That's the first time we see the red eyes, this, isn't it?
Yeah, and this is the first time they're sort of seen without the fog surrounding them. They're like in the church just as ghosts.
Yeah. There is still fog in there though.
Yeah. So Father Malone brings the gold cross to Blake, and he's like, "Blake, take this cross and take me with it." So So Blake grabs the cross and they're just like raptured in a brilliant white light, and the ghosts all disappear and the fog recedes from the town, and it's a real sense of cleansing and new dawn. And Stevie is like safe because she's like lying on the top of the lighthouse. She's like, fuck, those ghosts nearly had me then. She goes down and she like does a radio broadcast. She like debriefs the town over the radio about everything that's happened, and she warns them that the fog may return at some point, so everyone needs to be careful about this mental thing that's just happened. Do you think she's going to stay in Antonio Bay after this?
Yeah, she's got to now.
Because she's the fog lady.
I think she'll move to New York and become a ghostbuster.
No, I reckon she'll stay with her son.
Yeah. That's pretty much the end of the film, but we do get our final stinger moment when Father Malone is in the church, and presumably to finish the last of that wine, and he's just like, I can't understand it. I can't understand why they didn't take me. And he probably should have kept his mouth shut because he tempts fate, so the fog just pours into the room, and he turns around and sees Blake standing there, and Blake slashes him, and the film cuts to black there with the death of Father Malone. So yeah, he's the sixth victim and the actual grandson of one of the real conspiracy guys. So yeah, that's the end of the film. James, I'll ask you what you thought first. What did you think of this film?
I really, really, really enjoyed watching it. I didn't really find it very scary, but obviously, like I said, this is like nearly 50 years old now. This, but I loved like the town setting and like the feeling and the ambience and stuff like that. That's what I really loved about it. Always funny to see Tom Atkins fucking drinking loads. I would love to see, I know this might be a very unpopular opinion, but like a remake made now, not the 2005 one. I've not seen it, but I just know it's awful. Just to see like how they would do it now.
A mini series, I think this could benefit from.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, what would you give it out of 5, 10?
Probably like a 3.5 for me.
Really?
I did like, again, the ambience of it and stuff I really enjoyed, but yeah, I don't know, I just didn't find it really scary.
Paul.
Right, so I'm going to watch this film again, let's say in a year's time, okay? I probably wasn't in the right mind frame, and plus I didn't see it when I was younger, so this is a first watch, so I wasn't scared. I was a bit more eye-rolly when we actually saw the ghosts. I was like, oh, they're a bit shit. I didn't feel like the characters, there wasn't enough character depth or build-up. I felt like they were a bit disconnected. I was like, now who are we talking? Who are we seeing here? Who's this? And then how are they connected to them? I don't know. Like, it just didn't click with me, and that's all I can say. So I will rewatch it, and I reckon I'll enjoy it next time. I do, because there were some parts of it that I really liked. I did like how... I don't like coastal films. I don't know why. I'm a bit scared of the sea, but it didn't give me that fear. I liked how some of the opening shots, with the gas station, like, it was really dark and it was quite liminal. I think that like I loved the eeriness of it, and I loved the score, and the soundscape of it was really good. And as you say, like they made it into like a mini series. They could just really nail that liminal space type of thing, because that's really hard right now. I think it could be done really well. As I say, I will give it a rewatch when I feel like I'm in the mood for it, because it's definitely the kind of film that gives you a feeling, like one day I will be like, ooh, I want to watch something that will give you that feeling, and I know that film will do it for me. So yeah, I won't be too judgy on it, and I'm sorry that I haven't had much to say about it, but I'd give it a 5 out of 10 just because it's halfway. I like the 5 that I give it is like, I thought it was really good, and then the 5 that I've not given it anything for was just sort of...
It's still got potential.
Back to your point about the characters, Paul, I really, really agree with that. I think if they could probably cut half the cast out of it.
Yeah, there were too many people.
Yeah, and have it like solely.
And one other thing was, so I checked the time, it was 1 hour and 11 minutes into this hour and 29-minute film where the whole town started getting attacked by it. I thought that should have happened way earlier. I thought they left it very late for the most pinnacle moment of the film to be happening. I think it could be done better. But again, I will rewatch it, and I reckon my judgment will change. So don't listen to me.
I don't think they had the budget for that. Like I noticed that on this watch as well. I was thinking about the town, the fog going through the town. You only really see the two groups. You see like the Tom Atkins group and the Janet Leigh group, and that's it. The rest of the town just disappear after, like, you see them once the power goes out in the town. The rest of the town they're all at the celebration, and you don't see them again. So I would have liked a bit more chaos around there.
Yeah,
but I get why it didn't happen. Like, I assume it's for the budget and like running time reasons like that.
I do have a couple more things to say though. One thing is, I'm not a fan of ghosts in films, especially multiple ghosts being like the monsters, But secondly, and this happens every time we discuss films, you have both made me want to watch it even more and try it again. The way you've been very enthusiastic about it and things that you've mentioned that I probably didn't pick up on, I think that your opinion of it has made me want to give it a proper go next time, like without the going in feeling a bit negative and all that shit. So I definitely do want to rewatch it.
Thank you for that. I mean, I'll just say what I think. I love this film. Like I said, I was getting a real Carpenter craving, and just this one just hits all the notes that I wanted. I don't usually say this about a film, but I think this could have done with an extra half an hour. Like I said, just a bit more. I've been watching a lot of Twin Peaks recently as well, and I've been thinking, like, if they showed a bit more characters for the town and had them interact with each other and have a bit more going on, like maybe like a high school subplot or like a drug smuggling plot, or just some little things, or like go into like the marriage of Janet Leigh and the guy on the boat, just have some little interactions and make the town feel like more lived in. That's the only thing I don't think is that good on this film. But again, I don't think that's the fault of John Carpenter. I think that's he didn't have the budget for something like that. He's had to get his film out on time and just had to cut a ton of shit. So that's why I think a mini series, like like a 6-parter, would be something, would be really good.
Well, I haven't seen it so I can't tell, but from what I've read about it, is it Derry, the It mini series?
I've not watched it
quite
yet.
Good, but I imagine from what I've read about it, like that kind of thing, because it does feel like Stephen King-ish to me. So like that kind of concept would work with it, I think. Yeah,
and I think Stephen King's like the master of doing sort of stuff like that, because it all is, well, not all his books, but like a lot of the best books all take place in the same town. Like Salem's Lot has a ton of shit going on, and then like same with like Under the Dome, the book of that, all the characters have all got like tons of shit going on, and then there's like the main threat of whatever. So I would like to see something like that. So that's what I would like, a mini series or an extra half hour. Rating wise, this again, I'm like you, Paul. I'm not a fan of ghosts, but like I just love this film. I'm a fan of nautical and seaside towns and all kinds of like shit like that. So yeah, this is a 4.5 out of 5 for me. It's my second favorite Carpenter film, I think.
What's your first? Ghosts of Mars.
Ghosts of Mars. John Carpenter's Vampires. No, number 1 is The Thing. Number 2 is either this or Escape from New York, and then number 3. Well, they're the top 3. So
what, you prefer this over Halloween?
I do, I do.
And that's the end of the podcast, everybody.
There you go. Thank you, everybody.
Dark talk.
Yeah, so there we go. That's everybody's final thoughts on this film. Paul, have you got the energy to give us any trivia, or have you tuckered yourself out with all that sledging?
Ooh, I'm tuckered out. I am a golden retriever. No, yeah, I've got some trivia. Why don't you play the jingle? Although this was essentially a low-budget independent movie, John Carpenter chose to shoot the movie in anamorphic widescreen Panavision. Wow, there was some big words. This decision gave the movie a grander feel for the viewer, so it didn't seem like a low-budget horror movie. I felt that. I really did. There's that dildo going off again.
Oh, yeah.
Or is it the horn of a ghost ship approaching?
Docking in my back garden.
I can see the window behind James is filling up with fog.
That means I'm Charles Cyphers.
After a rough cut appeared to be much too short for a theatrical release, about 80 minutes, John Carpenter subsequently added more scenes. Among these was the prologue, with the elderly captain telling ghost stories to fascinated children by a campfire.
Fucking hell, they added more scenes to this, and it's still pretty short.
Had to add more.
Yeah.
Jazz music was used for Stevie Wayne's radio station because the royalties were more affordable than royalties for rock music.
It's just like play this, just like Black Sabbath. This is Stevie Wayne.
Actress Adrienne Barbeau and director John Carpenter were married at the time this movie was made and released. He wrote the role for Stevie Wayne for her specifically, which we've already discussed. The lead ghost, quite a funny sentence, Blake, was played by special effect artist Rob Bottin. When Bottin asked for the job, John Carpenter asked him to stand up. Bottin then expected Carpenter to say, "And get out." Stand up and get out. When Carpenter saw that Bottin was a very large man at 6'5", which was needed for the character, Blake, he was hired.
He did the effects on this film and The Thing as well, and also on RoboCop and Total Recall, and Seven and Fight Club.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Also The Howling and Fear and Loathing. So yeah.
Wow. Extensive reshoots were done after the first screening when director and studio executives decided that the movie wasn't scary enough. Additional scenes shot in include close-up of death scenes, specifically stab wounds, the scene with Jamie Lee Curtis and the walking corpse in the morgue, and the finale with Adrian Barbeau on top of the lighthouse. They were like some of the best parts as well. So, yeah. Adrian Barbeau has one scene with her on-screen son and a climactic showdown with two of the ghosts. All of her other scenes were alone, with no direct on-screen interaction with any of the characters.
Oh yeah, I never thought of that.
In the last scene where Stevie is on top of the lighthouse and the fog slowly disappears, the crew realised they would not be able to get the fog to roll out. So they had Adrian Barbeau perform the scene in such a way that the film could be played in reverse. I love stuff in reverse. I always have, yeah. In the final scene at the church, a wall behind Andy is a brick inscribed H. Hawks. This is a reference to John Carpenter's favourite director, Howard Hawks. And there are absolutely loads more. There's probably around 160 odd. So I'm not going to go into... I'll tell you what, let me give you one last final one. When Father Malone first discovers the journal, he glances at the title page, then flips to an open page of text that is partially blocked and seen only for a split second. The visible portion reads, with spelling errors, something, my college education to work writing dumb shit in this fucking movie props being one. It's time to bring in the words guide or the big tits, tattoos and shaved beavers. I know horny fuckers would go blocked some of that. And yeah, for some reason 19 people downvoted that out of
I hope that's true. I hope that's just some vandalism.
It very well could be. Maybe there's a still shot of it somewhere online. Maybe we'll find it.
Right,
Post
so that brings us to the
Sky.
end of the episode. So we will see you next time. No more Dealer's Choice. We're back on our main episodes. We are returning to Crystal Lake. Fucking hell, it feels like we've been gone for years.
I know, man.
So long since we've done a Friday the 13th film.
It is.
But we'll be back for a main episode next time when we are covering Friday the 13th Part 5, A New Beginning. Are you both ready for that one?
I'm buzzing to watch that.
Oh yeah.
Right, we'll see you next time. Thank you everybody for listening. Goodbye and good night.
Goodbye.